Welcome to the Richard Sherman Podcast. Hit that sub button if you're new. We're here to give you great NFL content. Please tune in. I got a lot of respect for everything you've done, and who you are as a person, as a corner. I love your tech, and I love the comparison between Surtain because that's exactly who you are. You do a great job from off. You do a great job from press. You're a technician within y'all scheme. It's really cool to watch. What did you do different? Because obviously last year was your rookie year, so your offseason was different. It's chicken with your head cut off, going crazy. This is your first offseason as a pro. How'd you spend it?
I definitely took time to, be with my family.
Yeah.
Like you said, that jump from college, you play your last college game and then you have maybe, I think I had like 3 days before I left for combine training. So, you don't really get that time, and that you go from there all the way till season, and then you finally get that break. But mine came earlier than expected, but, I was able to, get back with my family and just mentally get better, breathe and take time to hang out with them. But then I also was able to study the game a lot more and learn more. So, I feel like I have a good perspective as from a defensive mind, which there's still so much I can learn, but I was able to learn more from the offensive side. And like one thing Belichick always talked about, he would always ask us like, who's the offensive coordinator? And my rookie year, I'm like at first I didn't understand like, all right, he's the offensive coordinator, okay, like so what? But now it's like in the offseason I was able to learn like, okay, offensive coordinator, he came from this tree, they did this, they like to attack a corner like me this way. So that type of thing I was able to pick up on this offseason.
Bro, you're miles and light years ahead of a lot of other people. And then you have the talent, you have the body, you have everything you need, all the tools. But that part of the game, the sooner and the better you can grasp that, oh my God, it's going to be such an easier game because you're going to have your notebook and you're going to be like, is this Kyle Shanahan tree? Is this that spread tree? Is this West Coast or is this that tight West Coast? Like, hey, where did he come from? Was he an assistant? Right. Okay, so I see it. They're going to be outside zone, mid zone. They're going to run these crossers. They're going to be condensed. They're going to run spray outs and spray posts. And okay, who's their quarterback? Hey, this is what he like. Because the receiver at that point doesn't matter. That's why a guy who ran 4.5 and had a really suspect backpedal could sit there and get 41 interceptions and lead the league in a lot of his years and be elite, because I don't really care about none of that stuff. All I care about is the scheme. I care about the plays. Can I recognize the formations? Can I recognize the motions and diagnose them within a few seconds? That was my superpower. My superpower wasn't running 4.3. I could jump pretty high, and I can catch the football. But I started the game that way. That was my freaking from the beginning. That was all I thought about. I was like, hey, if I can recognize the plays in the scheme, the receiver won't matter. I'm going against Calvin, but he got to run a go route. He got to run a post. He got to run a curl. Right. So, and I just got to beat him to the ball. That's knowledge. Well, you got any questions for me? I don't want to, make this all about you. If you got anything you want to ask me.
What would you say your welcome to the NFL moment was?
That's a great question. We played Cincinnati Bengals. It was my first start. And I'm playing AJ Green. AJ was top 5 and, I'm 5th round. And so they're like, oh man, this rookie's about to get cooked by AJ Green. He's about to probably go for 150. And I got an interception like a couple drives into the game. So I'm talking cash. And I'm feeling good. I got it off my chest. And then I'm playing cover 3. I'm guarding one receiver deep and he runs me off. And we're running cover 3. And they throw the ball to the fullback in the flat. And our buzz defender, our backer, didn't get out there. Like, I don't know what he was doing. Was he blitzing, not paying attention? But it's just 60 yards between me and him.
Right.
And so I'm like, damn. So I turn around, I'm running full speed. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to chop him down. When I get there, I'm just going to hit him in his knee and his play's going to be over. Yeah. I get there, I go down to his knee. I don't know what kind of flexibility training this man was doing, but he got his helmet down there where I was. And
yeah.
And I remember getting up and I saw half of me was black and white and half of me was color. And I was like, oh shit. It's different. It's different. Right. But it was my first start, so I wasn't going out. I told my teammates, get me up. Just get me back to the huddle. I'm
Right.
good. I'm good.
Yeah, for sure.
That was my welcome. It was not fun. But from a receiver standpoint, this guy named Brandon Lloyd, boy, his releases were like that. He's not a famous receiver that nobody really, talks about. But if you look him up, you'll find he was one of them. He played for New England for a little while, but he just was out there. Him and Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald gave me another welcome to the NFL moment. Grabbed me by the back of my head on a release. He released and then grabbed me by the back of my head and pulled me through, and then caught the pass 2 steps later. I was,
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
wow,
great.
right? Yeah, he betted me. What else you got?
What's something you got for me? What's a tip or anything?
Um, a lot of it is stuff you've been already talking about. Just studying concepts, studying route trees, studying I don't you play receiver, and so that a lot of concepts are married, and I'm sure the Patriots do a good job of schooling y'all on slant flat. Two to the flat means one's coming in most of the time and stuff like that, and OVS are all these combinations. But what I tell you is something it sounds like you got a good grasp on too. And in the off season, you gotta have a second, whether it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, to step away from the game and
Yeah.
reset your brain. It's too stressful of a position we play. You're too tight all the time. You
Right.
got to be that way. It's how you got to be wired to play corner at a high level in this league. But you got to take the time to take a deep breath, sit on the beach somewhere with your family, connect, think about something other than football, and then go dive right back into it and take care of your body. Spend money and spend time taking care of your body. It's totally worth it. Get the massages, get the game readies or Normatex or whatever you got to spend the money on your body that's necessary, because it's always worth it. Yeah, you're a great corner, so I don't want to talk to you like like I talk to other people. But just treat the two imposters the same. Never let nobody get you out your game. Never let a bad play get you down. Like, it's always a good play right behind it. It's always a good play hiding right in the near future if you can get your mind around getting there. And be a great teammate. Always be a great teammate. I think championships are won by teams not just because they're the most talented team, but because they care about one another. They hold each other accountable and with love and respect, and they elevate each other. They encourage one another. It's something to be said. You talked about your relationship with Keon and how you guys always talk. Like, it's something to be said about being in adversity and chaos, and a guy having a tough day, and somebody being there for him and being like, bro, hey, I know you care more than that. I know you didn't mean to do that. Like, hey, we got this. We got your back. Like, there's something to be said about that. And I don't think we win a Super Bowl, and I don't think we're as great of a defense if we're not doing that every single day. And it comes from every angle. It's not just one guy doing it. It's 10 other guys that feel the same way. And, I give up a catch and I'm like, bro, that was first down. Like, of course I didn't mean to give the catch up. I'm trying my best. And I don't look over and see my teammates like, you know what I mean? Earl coming up to me like, ooh, they better be lucky you didn't pick that one. Ooh, they lucky you didn't pick that one.
Right. Sure.
And that just raises the level of the team. It raises the confidence, because not everybody's you. And not everybody's going into the game, no matter how they look, as confident as you are and as ready to play. And sometimes you giving them that reassurance stabilizes their ship. Like, that might be the reason they have a good game, because they were sitting there like, man, I don't know about today, and now you came up to them like, hey, bro, I see you been working, you know what I mean? Let's go, let's get them. And then in the game, you're like, bro, I see you working. I see that was a heck of a play. Bro, you have no idea how far that goes.
Right. So I appreciate that. That's real.
All love.